So my name is Ori Crittenden. I'm a quadriplegic. I had a spinal cord injury in 2001 in Pensacola, Florida. I was down there for like a weekend visit with some friends, just a little quick getaway, and I was trying to retrieve a kite for a kid where I jumped off a dock, and when I jumped off, I jumped feet first and landed and caught my neck and shoulder and broke my neck, and that made me a quadriplegic, meaning I have paralysis in all four limbs, starting at my neck down. Like I don't have any real finger function, any fine motor function there. If I put my arm behind my back, I wouldn't be able to lift it up like that because I don't have any triceps. That was in 2001, and after that I ended up being at Baptist Healthcare for 3.5 weeks in intensive care for like 9 or 12 days. Well, unconscious, excuse me, for 9 to 12 days. After that, I left and went to Shepherd Center. That was at Shepherd Center till the following January, that year after the accident. Since my accident, I've returned to college back in 2002. I graduated in 2005. I played quad rugby for 5 years with Shepherd Center, Smash. We were a nationally ranked team. They have still gone on to move up to the Division I in quad rugby at this point. I've unfortunately not been able to play for a few years, but I do miss it and rather enjoyed it. Being a quadriplegic, it does inhibit some things of daily functions, bowel and bladder mostly. Being in a wheelchair, like I say, is kind of the easiest part. It's the other things that go with it that make it a little difficult. I do drive. I have a car that's modified for me with hand controls that I can drive. I actually get in the car and take my wheelchair apart, put it in and out of the car. That's how I get in and out and drive. I do live alone by myself. I also am employed by Access to Independence. That is a Center for Independent Living here in Columbus, Georgia. And we serve people of all disabilities, all ages. We serve them through our 5 core services, which are peer support, information referral, life skills training, transition, and advocacy. We also do some other things. We also do some home modifications, minor home modifications, grab bars and ramps of that nature, and also we do work with AT. Well, we will purchase AT or help them purchase AT if it will benefit them to help them be more independent. Let's see. We also have done systems advocacy through our organization. We've been working for the last 2 years to work on transportation with Metro to get that improved, where we're pushed to get extended bus hours and get more extended routes around Columbus, because the bus system has not been revamped in about 30 years, so it doesn't completely cover Columbus proper as it should. That's something we worked on for, like I said, about a little over 2 years, and hopefully next summer we'll be seeing some fruits of that. Right, since I've been in a wheelchair, I have kind of been missing some of the outdoor activities and other just physical activities, because I was a fairly physical person before and enjoyed getting out and things. But the wheelchair is it's an obstacle, a part of your disability, but it's not a true limiting factor, because there's other ways to get out and do things, and you gotta keep reaching and trying things to figure out how to do things, because otherwise you're just going to be kind of stuck on a log, stuck like a lump on a log, stuck in a house, and we don't want to do that. I mean, I've had lots of great adventures actually since I've been injured. I've done kayaking on water top. I've done water skiing. I've been jet skiing. Done the side-by-side ATVs. All those things can still be done. You just have to find a way to adapt them. That way you can still actually get out and enjoy those things. For me, the getting back out on the trails, that's obviously been a larger obstacle, because when you talk about real trails and hiking, they're just not exactly wheelchair friendly. So for this particular adventure, I'm definitely going to need the help of some friends with some specialized gear. It's the AT, the assistive technology. That's the equalizer. For me, my wheelchair is an equalizer. I don't have feet. I can't walk. My legs don't work. So if I didn't have my wheelchair, that means I'd be stuck somewhere. So I don't look at my wheelchair as something that holds me back. I look at it as something that helps me keep moving. It's a tool that helps me progress in life. As I said before, I played wheelchair rugby for 5 years, and that required a different tool, a different chair, something that was more low slung and quick and very agile, and it was like a little battering ram. So, I mean, if you've never seen wheelchair rugby, it's something you probably should look into. It's a great sport for quadriplegics. It was invented by quads, and is a sport that's invented for them because they can't shoot basketballs. Because, like I was saying about Betty, I put my arms on my head earlier, therefore it means I can't shoot a basketball because I don't have that muscular function. But I was able to do a quad rugby. We use a play on a full-size basketball court, and there's a full contact sport, not hand-to-hand contact, but actually chair-to-chair, where you're making hits on one another and using the chairs to pick each other out. Great sport, and I enjoyed it for many years. But it allowed me to get that feeling of being back out, almost like, well, like playing rugby or playing football. So there are ways to get back out, and that's what I'm working on with this new adventure here, is trying to figure out a way to get back out and do something I did before in a different way. Prior to my injury, I was a big outdoorsman. I was really into hiking, biking, kayaking, canoeing, doing whitewater trips and things of that nature. And one of my favorite places to go was Pine Mountain, Georgia, because it's fairly close to where I live, and it was an easy getaway to go and do the trails or do it overnight. Just a good experience to get in a little quick hiking trip, get some fresh air and a little refresher, get away from the city kind of thing. Actually, the weekend before my injury, I was in Tennessee doing the tubing the Tennessee River, and I did about 22 miles on a mountain bike. So now I'm just kind of missing the outdoor nature, the fresh air, and just being out in it, being out exposed to the elements. It's really something that meant a lot to me before, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get back out there. And I got some friends that are trying to help me get back out on the Appalachian Trail, because that's something that I always had a desire to do before I got injured. It kind of was on my bucket list, and we've come across a piece of equipment that's going to allow me to get back out there with the help of a team, and we're currently working on trying to get that piece of equipment and do a few experimentations and figure out what it's going to take to actually get back out on the trail, and what kind of provisions and preparation we're going to need to make that happen. I hope that in the future, that not only for myself being able to get out there, but maybe to pass that experience along to someone else, and maybe get someone else back out of nature that misses it as well. Because I know for me, that is a big healing and recharging factor, and for lots of people, it really can be. Just getting back to nature, they don't realize how much it truly means to you.